This show tricks you into thinking it's just another superhero story. Main character finds out he has superpowers, he fights bad guys to protect ordinary people, but instead this show hits you like a subway, literally. Meet Invincible, both the name of the show and the main superhero. This is an animated show that follows Mark Grayson, a normal student. His dad is Omni-Man and his real name is Nolan. He's basically like Superman, if Superman thought parenting meant teaching your son through hands-on domestic violence. Mark's mom, Debbie, is a normal human, and when Mark was born, Nolan and Debbie didn't think he would get his dad's superpowers. One day, Mark actually gets his own powers, and like any teenager, he thinks he's about to become the next big hero. What actually happens? Well, imagine if My Hero Academia had a crossover with Mortal Kombat and forgot to rate it a PG-13. Instead of learning how to drive, Mark learns how to survive, getting his bones broken every other episode. But here's what makes it really special. This show actually feels real. Mark isn't some overpowered anime protagonist who wins just because he believes in himself harder. He struggles, he fails, he learns how to fight. And his dad, well, Omni-Man isn't just a villain, he's built different. His version of parenting is so illegal that even Sukuna would be like, damn, that's messed up. Even Mark's mom, Debbie, isn't just a background character. She carries so much emotional weight that honestly, she might be suffering more than Mark. At least Mark can heal. And let's talk about these fights. Anime fans love to hype up Jujutsu Kaisen choreography. Meanwhile, Invincible is out here treating fight scenes like a demolition derby, except the cars are people. When someone gets hit, they stay hit. When bones break, they sound like someone just dropped their entire IKEA furniture down the stairs. And when people die, they stay dead. If you thought anime fights were brutal, this show said, hold my beer, and turned a subway into an actual weapon. Mark just wants to impress his dad, and in return, his dad turns his entire body into a modern piece of art. Fantastic parenting. This show plays with your expectations like it gets paid per emotional breakdown. It's the kind of storytelling where you think, oh, that guy's gonna be important, and 5 minutes later his head is cut clean off by Omni-Man. And let's not forget how this show actually addresses the consequences of superhero fights. Most superhero shows will have a massive city-wide battle and then magically everything is fine in the next episode. Not here. If something gets destroyed, it stays destroyed. If a hero messes up, it matters. Meanwhile, in other superhero stories, an entire city gets leveled and people are just like, time to rebuild this all in one day. One thing that makes this show stand out is its obsession with its own name. Every time someone is about to say Invincible, the screen slams the title card in your face like it's trying to win a jump scare competition. It's like the show itself is cutting people off mid-sentence just to flex. And the best example? The clip right here. Some electric-powered villain is hyping himself up, ready to fight Invincible, and right when he's about to drop the name,
this is about the thousands of people murdered and the countless other lives destroyed. Why is above the law? Why does never pay for his crimes? Where is it?
The side characters in this show are absolute gold. You've got the Mulder twins, who are either evil geniuses or the dumbest aliens alive. They keep cloning each other, but every time the new one is convinced he is the original. It's like watching two toddlers argue, except the toddlers can throw cars at each other. Then there's Cecil, the government guy who will do anything to keep the planet safe. Anything. He sees a disaster happen and is just like, add this to the list. And then there's the tension. You ever watch a show and just feel your stomach drop because you know something bad is about to happen? Invincible builds up those moments so well that even when everything seems fine, you are sitting there like, nah, something's about to get horribly wrong. And then someone gets turned into a tomato soup. Romance in superhero stories is always a struggle, and Invincible makes sure you feel every bit of that pain. Mark gets together with Amber, a normal girl, and tries to balance his relationship with, well, saving the entire planet from total destruction. But every time they make plans, some alien invasion or supervillain decides to speedrun world domination, leaving Amber alone. Eventually, they both realize that no amount of "I'm sorry" texts can fix the fact that one of them fights worldwide threats, while the other is just trying to pass midterms. Then there's Mark's mom, Debbie, who straight up tells him that being with a superhero isn't some fairy tale. She spent years raising Mark alone because Nolan was too busy being Omni-Man. And that's what makes this show hit harder than a subway scene. Sure, the fights are brutal, but the emotional damage is what really leaves scars.
Emotional damage!
Invincible isn't just another superhero show, it's one of the best animated series out there. And yeah, it's not an anime, but it delivers the same emotional gut punches, insane fights, and psychological trauma that we all apparently love. It's a show I highly recommend if you enjoy Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, or even Chainsaw Man. Except this time it's even worse, in the best way possible. If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend you to watch this video next. Thanks for watching and stay tuned, my friends.